Man, I'm back here again. I'm back here again. Man, I'm super tired. I probably shouldn't do this, but I only have like 37% battery left or something. So I figure I'll talk till it dies, and then I can reevaluate my life. Oh god, probably about how much battery I have left. 37%. Um, man, I'm so tired though. I tried to listen to like the first couple ones. Man, they're bad. They're so bad. Why I'm so critical of myself, but they're just whatever. Um, Quality's bad. It sounds bad. Whatever. But I needed the information. Plus, like it's a weird process. It's weird. It's almost like at first I was just trying to figure out how to talk, and then like as I've gone through these, they're getting more like really starting to focus on me and me making decisions and me doing stuff. So that's kind of cool. Um, and me just really like just figuring out like what's in my head like more now. Not as the memories and stuff start coming back. I don't know, more information, getting more comfortable with myself. Especially, I'm completely comfortable hearing myself talk now. Like day one, I wasn't. Day two, definitely wasn't. Was kind of confused with like why my voice changes. Now it's getting more consistent, honestly. And I know when it's gonna change. Like if I'm talking without emotions, it's one way, and then if I'm talking with another with emotions or like some slang, or like a certain sentence, like I know like whatever is always gonna be the same because it's a weird. It just I guess it's dealt with some kind of emotion that's tied to it, and then that and then that little I don't know that's weird. The tied to it. Like I lift my voice for some weird reason. Sometimes it's almost like I question myself, like in the statement. So that's kind of cool to hear. Um, I don't know why I do it. It's weird. I was watching a video. I watch like I watch usually on YouTube. All I watch really, and I usually don't even play the sound anymore because I've seen it so many times. But it's usually just playing all the time, and it's like a it's like a cops and robber server. Um, and it's just our civilians and robbers, like just regular civilians and cops. Like, and it's just like a game. Like people play as cops or civilians and live life in this game. That's usually what I watch, but it's weird because there's like this Australian kid and he talks on one of the episodes, and I noticed that I kind of talk like him sometimes for some weird reason. And I honestly didn't know it, but like watching that episode, like I was drawn to the way he talked. It was weird, um, and he lifts his voice like that. I don't know what that has to do with anything, honestly, but it was weird because I've been watching the same show for years now. Like, because there's just nothing on the internet. Like the internet is garbage. There's just nothing on the internet for me to do. Like I've already looked at all the information, all the movies. I just don't even care. It's just not. It's pointless to me. Like really, like I don't even do. Like I don't know. And then the last couple of days, I really haven't been listening to music, and I guess me talking has just been using that energy, like how I talked about how, um, pretty much anything I talk about, like remember this is for entertainment purposes only. But anything I talk about, like it's me just talking, and then maybe taking a in between talks, I'm like I think more. But I say it out loud so my brain gets it, and then ultimately, like anything I say, like I'm thinking about it until the next time that it comes up again. Like it's hard to explain. I don't know why I work that way. It's like if someone told me something about something 2 weeks ago, like I would literally be thinking about it until today, or until we met again, off and on. Like, and I do that with everything. Like, and that's why my brain is so crazy, and that's why I don't think it's linear, because it's almost like I always have multiple thoughts going on at one time, and I'm always like jumping on a new thought, and then I'm stepping away, jumping on a new thought with new information and stepping away. Like, but doing that with multiple information all the time, and it's not even confusing. It's just busy, 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 busy. Always like just thinking of just reasons why. Mostly it's just why. Like, why does this do that, and why does that do this, and how does this work, and why? And mostly, why does it work that way? I think because when I think about stuff like why does it work that way, it's mostly me trying to figure out the rules surrounding whatever it is, and why it works. I can't, man. I can't even explain what I'm trying to say, other than I'm just trying to get as much information about whatever, and then what's surrounding it and making it work that way. And if something surrounding it had different rules, then it would work a different way. Man, it's weird. It's weird the way my brain works, man. It's so weird, and I've actually thought about it. Like, I love just learning. Like, I've always loved learning, even though I make fun of it. And I make fun of school. And I think it's stupid. But I love just learning about everything. I don't know what it is. I think it's because I lived in so much fear that I wanted to protect myself, and the only way to protect myself was to know where all the threats were. And that just means information. I just need tons and tons and tons of information to protect myself. And it's kind of cool now because, man, I just have so much information, and now I can use it. Now I'm slowing down and actually talking to where I can hear all that information that I've learned. All that information that I've picked up, all the pattern recognition skills, like watching like why people do this, why they do that. Even though I could be completely wrong on all of it. And more than likely, I'm probably wrong on all of it because I only had half the information, and I was overconfident in my abilities because ultimately I made it through life because I was guarded, and so people just left me alone. And maybe I thought I was like reading them and controlling them, but ultimately I was just, they just gave me everything I wanted, which was I was guarded. I looked like I mean mugged them so people wouldn't come talk to me, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? Or I just wouldn't get attached. I wouldn't learn their names. I'm trying to get better. But I've met so many new people. Like I met this girl, I don't know when. I have no idea. I don't even know what today is. But she said what she started doing was as soon as she would meet someone, she would take a picture with them and then I guess text message them, and that's cool. I probably should start doing that. I should start implementing that because then it would help me get that image, still print that image in my head with their name, because I love everyone, and I'm gonna treat everyone with love, but I'm still trying to break these cycles and these patterns of protection, and maybe I should, or at least especially the name part. And especially talking with someone's name, like, because I forget it, like, because we meet each other, and we're like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, what's up? And we talk, and like, this is my name, this is your name, and then I forget the name instantly. Mostly Because, like I said, it's a protection thing. It's me not wanting to be, me used to being, already forgetting that, so I wouldn't be like I wouldn't be vulnerable. And now I know like I'm being vulnerable with everything else, but it's still kind of controlled. Um, and a lot of it has to do with my confidence, and probably a lot of it has to do, honestly, a lot of it has to do with I getting the results that I need. So I know that if I'm vulnerable, then I can pull out you becoming vulnerable, or whoever. And then if my goal and my intentions are just to love them and maybe throw that, like I said, throw that spark in there, get them to look the other way so I can throw a spark of love in there. And a lot of people don't even need it. That's the whole point. That's what's weird. It's like people have so much more love than I ever even seen, man. I didn't even know. And it had nothing to do with other people. And maybe I was just broken. So bad that I was doom and gloom, and maybe I was. But I do see a lot of wrong things in the world, and I know that people hide their true feelings, because I did mine forever. So maybe I'm just a fire starter, just throwing in a little spark, and just trying to show some love, a little warmth, a little heat. I honestly don't have a clue. It's weird. It's weird that I don't know, man. Um, it's just weird. Life is weird. People are weird. I'm weird. Everything's weird. Energy in the world's weird. This stuff is weird. Me talking is weird. Me learning about myself is weird. Um, but I'm getting better. Like that's the one thing, dude. That's the only thing. Like I'm actually proud. Like I tried to listen tonight. Like I to the first episode again, and I'll probably listen to it again. But I was listening in 2 speed, and it's rough. The first couple ones are rough in 2 speed, and then my later ones are actually they're fine. Like I can understand me. I think it's better the faster it is in the later ones, in the newer ones. It's a lot easier for me to understand myself. Um, but it's weird, man. And my voice is changing. Like I can hear it now, and it's weird. Like my voice is getting I don't know. It's like it's just more confident and getting stronger. I'm getting like it's like I talked the other day about it being it just feels different. Um, it's a lot easier for me to talk. I'm actually pronouncing stuff a lot better. Um, it's really cool. I'm trying to remember. I think I may have went to some like speech stuff when I was little. I'm trying to remember. I think I did because like I truck. So like my TRs used to be an F. So, I used to, my brothers and sisters, or my older brother and sister used to, get me to say truck all the time because they thought it was funny. And, good attention is, any attention's good intention. So, like, they would start laughing and get me all worked up, and I would just continue to say truck. Or, but I don't know. I had a cussing problem when I was younger. I like to cuss, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. I guess my dad cussed a lot. I don't remember. I do remember we had like I had a cussing jar. Well, I think I would have to pay $1 if I cussed, and then he put a quarter in. That doesn't seem right now, in the grand scheme of things. But and then who got the money? I don't know. I don't know. That's not weird. That's weird. They were hoodwinking me. I mean, I was a little kid, dude. That's why I say profanity is weird. Like it's weird. Like I will it's cool. Like the longer I'm with somebody, profanity will start to come out in the other person. Usually, like I said, because we all wear like we all have like we're all comfortable with each other in one way, and then as time goes on, and we get those, we get more comfortable with each other throughout, the time we spend. Like profanities start to flip because this is how we describe, and depending on what we're talking about, and I tend to have like pretty good talks, like a lot of, yeah. Usually, like I'm not a small talking type of human being, ever. Because I think it's fake. I've always thought it was fake until like I lived my life up until this point. Like it's weird because I mean, people used to call me a dick, and that's cool. I get it, and I mean I was, but it was based on my perception of small talk. Like it wasn't real and authentic to me, so I didn't want it because ultimately I saw it as a lie, and I wasn't gonna be vulnerable with them, or I mean, because I was, like if I would go eat somewhere, like at a restaurant, um, like my waitress was there to do a job. We're not gonna be friends. I don't want to be your friend. um, this is what I want to eat. Like, cool, what's up? Like, don't pretend to be my friend because we're not gonna be friends. And that was definitely the wrong way to look at it. It was a horrible way to look at it. And I would still tip them well, but it was just, it was pointless. I ruined, like, I made some major mistakes with that. Now, I was looking back, man, I was a fool. I was, but it is what it is. I don't know. I was just, man, all I did was try and protect myself. I don't know from what. I don't know from what. From being abandoned or hurt. I don't know, but that's so dumb now. Because ultimately, those relationships they didn't mean anything anyway. It was just two people meeting and then, you know, one doing their job and one asking for something. And relying on the other person for service. Like, it has nothing to do with anything. Like, who cares? And yet I treated it like, you know, I was still so guarded. Like, I was just a punk. Such a punk. Like, I do remember, I don't know how old I was. We went to a bar, and the girl, I had like a beach shirt on, maybe. And she was just being nice. She was like, hey, like, you go to beach? I said, yeah, I want a Miller Lite. But I said it, there was a way I said it. It wasn't what I said, it was the way I said it. And then, like, my buddy looked at me, and he's like, man. And I didn't know. I didn't see it because I was like, just too straightforward and to the point. And like I said, like I just talked about, I was just I didn't want to be your friend. Because I knew, I don't know, and who knows, we could have been best friends. Like if I just would have been nice, genuine and nice, and answered a question like a regular human being and wasn't a punk. Like who knows, man? We could have had a fun night together. Who knows? But instead, I was just so guarded. Like it's whatever. I don't wish anything was different. Really. I just now I learned my mistake. I know now, and I from this point forward, I just try and be just whatever, just go with the flow. Who cares? Like, there's no point in being a punk about everything. Like, it makes zero sense. Because like if I threw back bad energy or like, and then, who knows? Maybe it hurt her feelings and she had a bad night and I could have caused a lot of damage. Or maybe not. But it's not worth doing that. So now, a lot of my goal in life is just to be a genuine person and actually truly care and be nice. All the time. No matter what. Give them my time. And don't be a dick. Don't be mean. Trying to think, I had another story I want to talk about, but I don't know. I just done, yeah. I was just, you know, music was cool. I haven't really listened to much music, and I think I'm honestly kind of limited from now on, because I think it's just not. I, I don't I don't need it anymore. Um, I love it. I really love it, but it controls your emotions too well. And I've noticed, like, I have Amazon Music, and like, depending on how you start, like what you're into, right? Like music wise, like it, the AI is crazy, and it really controls your mood. Like, really, really does. Like, it's borderline brainwashing you, and honestly, it really is. Um, because say you was to listen to some um like heartbreak music, one time, it's kind of just keep doing heartbreak music until you physically go in there and change your station and type in, uplifting music. And so it's a trap, um, because then it controls your mood and it keeps you down there in that oh pity me type music, which it's fire music. I love it. Um, man, it's because there's so much emotion in it. Like it's beautiful. Because that heartbreak to me, like I said, with the opposite. Plus, like the emotions real, and people go through all that all the time, and like people pour their hearts out in art. That's why when I started this journey and started to understand what love was, and then I think love is really the only real thing in this world. I started to think about like art, and I was like, wait a minute, these people are creating, kind of, mostly with creating stuff, and with their imagination, and they're doing it with their heart, and which is kind of a weird concept because I mean, your heart's just pumping blood, like from a physical standpoint, like it's it's meat and it's just pumping blood, it's a muscle, whatever, but it's so much bigger than what we can't see. The vibration, the vibration that comes off of each individual human's rhythm and all that. Like, we all have our own um vibration coming off of it. It's fire, and no one is the same. Some people's could be the same technically, I guess. I don't know. I'll have to look into kind of that, but I think it is. I think some people are connected, or they're the same energies and whatnot. But at least that's how I feel. I've kind of felt it. I've especially yesterday, I met some people, man, and dude, it's fire. It's so fire. It blows my mind every time because I'm meeting so many more people with the qualities that I have, and it's not good or bad qualities, but like over my life too. Um, they mirror me so hard, and it's just crazy because it makes zero sense. But then at the same time, it's like, man, it's bigger than me. It's bigger than them. Like, and we stand there and talk, and it just makes me laugh. It just makes me laugh. Like I said, I met an 18-year-old kid who loved trucks, and like it's just like we connected, we bonded instantly. Like we just became the same energy. We was like we connected, and then like meeting other people yesterday, like same thing. And then every day I meet people that are like on my same wavelength, and it's beautiful. And it's cool because every day they're triggering me. I um and it doesn't affect me in the way that we used to, where like I would maybe get guarded or get defensive. Now it's triggered me, and Like I'll look at someone and it reminds me of something that I do, or that I need to work on, or they're a level above it, and that triggers me to like, well, I need to get up there too now. That's something I need to work on because that, and it's cool. And I think that's like once you become aware, that's why humans are the purpose, are the point, because like we need to build off of each other, and just keep becoming our better versions. It's beautiful, and then it checks you. It really checks you. Like maybe I'm not doing enough, and because I've known this person for a little bit, and I've watched them grow, and I know I've grown a lot. But then they're ready. They'll go and pursue their stuff, and I'm still scared. I'm still a scared little boy, and like it's beautiful because then it pushes me. So maybe that's that external. Um, so maybe I'm the person in the mirror, and I'm that solid one. I mean, I'm in there, and like no one can get in there. And the external, um, like human that is that's the people around you that you meet, and I don't know, when they're staring at the mirror, like you get to see everything, and they can't really reach in and you know fix you, but they can show you the way, right? And they can show you what they did, or you can see a reflection, and you can see maybe a little pathway of what you need to do or where you need to go, and then you just figure it out and get to that level. It's cool though. It's cool. People are so cool. It's cool. I'm still trying to figure out. I get it. Like I'll go eat at like a bar or something, and I'll put my headphones in and I'll write in my journal, and I tend to listen to music. But like I said, I if I don't listen to music and eat, my energy's a little bit better. It's not as wild. I don't bounce around as much. I don't have like as much energy, which is good because lately it's just been getting kind of out of control. Like I said, I think it's just a sensory overload from what I've programmed myself to do, um, to get excited and to prepare. And I've done it on purpose, and I've done it in many different aspects. So like like if I know I'm gonna paint, like I said, my body knows. It already knows. So I can prime it to get excited and start like go ahead and start creating on its own. And my energy levels, like I'll start kind of getting antsy. I guess that would be the best word. Like, so I just have this extra energy in my legs and in my arms, especially like I have to pop. I have to flex a lot. Like both my arms. I have to pop my elbows a lot because I'm just uncomfortable. It's not. It's just extra energy. I can't explain it. Um, it's real weird. And so I can't sit still. We did watch a movie last night, and I'm probably gonna take a step away from movies. Maybe for the most part, for a long, long time, and maybe I'm gonna be have to become more aware of and real selective of what I watch, um, and deem a lot of things like not worth giving my attention to. Like even if they look cool and exciting, but for some reason, man, like I was desensitized to everything. Like I mean, when I was in school doing the cop thing, and man, I saw everything. I didn't go see real bodies and stuff, but I saw all the pictures, and I've watched all the videos of everything. I was real thrilled with the psychology behind a lot of that stuff. But now, like Eve, I just can't eat like the blood in the gorge. It I get very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. It's weird. And I noticed it's weird because like loud sounds. I mean, I've been using power equipment forever, and I noticed I was like working last week, or I don't remember when, and and like I opened the dumpster and that loud sound, like sensory overload, like I had to cover my ears like a child. And then I saw a kid the other day, like a little kid, and he was walking and he was covering his ears, and I was like, that's me right there now. Like I'm starting to get. I don't know if it's sensory overload stuff. I don't know why I brought it back up. I think maybe when I started using my left side of my brain, it was just connected to my child brain, and yeah, it just never I never let it grow, and so it's kind of like it's now it's playing catch up, but I'm having to face all those battles that a little kid would face. Um, and honestly, I don't even know. It may be too. I don't know if it's ever going to be right. And I can deal with it. Like they're not bad. I actually kind of enjoy it because it's like a game to me. Which everything's a game. Really, I try to make everything a game. Because for me, it's like it makes learning fun. And ultimately, I'm just trying to learn my body and learn why I do the way things I do. Um, so I can better just whatever understand me, and then in the long run, maybe help somebody else. I don't know. And little kids, like I said, like I mean, little kids are like my passion for the most part because they're just so innocent. Like they're so innocent. Like they're not. It's not fair for them. Like I really just want to protect them. Um, Cause it sucks. It sucks. Man, it sucks by yourself, and it sucks. The world's just so cruel. And then I don't know. It just I feel bad. Like I said, a lot of maybe I'm just trying to right the wrongs of maybe how I treated my little brother. I treated him pretty rough. I had no real. I guess maybe I had no empathy for him. I was just trying to make him tough. I knew I had to be tough, and I just wanted him to be tough. And so, obviously I would do the extreme, and it was wrong, I guess. It was definitely wrong. Wrong approach. I was a child. A child trying to raise a child. Make sure he was. We all did it. That's what's sad. It's like you look at it, like my mom had to work all the time. And so, like, my older brother, tried to be my father. And then when he left, it was me trying to be my little brother's father. And just from whatever I saw and learned, and it's just a bad cycle. Like, and that's what I want to end. I want to end those cycles, but they got to start somewhere, you know. And give these kids a chance, dude. Give these kids a chance, bro. Because they're the future. That's what I'm saying. Because I mean, adults, it's just too late. It's too late. I mean, it's hard to change. I'm glad I'm only 35. Man, if I was 45, there'd be no way I would change. No way. And I think if I was, honestly, like if I wouldn't have had whatever, I mean, it had to be inspiration from not me to bring that little kid up. Really, because it was, for some reason, I had some gut check about, wait a minute, like, you're the one who abandoned him. Like, I did. I abandoned that little kid. And so then when I chose to kind of let him live again, that's when I realized, like, man, like, maybe, like, if I wouldn't have done that, maybe I wouldn't have been able to change either. Because the adult Cody was so comfortable and set in his ways, um, he wouldn't have changed. But like painting, like I said, it took away that energy, and then it allowed me to distract myself from other stupid cycles that I was in. Playing, video games are cool, but like, um, it's ultimately escape. Watching movies all the time. ultimately an escape, and you're not growing as a human being, really. You're just programming yourself from somebody else's imagination. And which is not whatever, to each his own, man. Like, I don't, but you're going to get certain results, and like you're not really in control of those results because you're not even the one making the film that you're watching or the video game that you're playing. Like, you're just surrendering to it, and you're engulfing yourself in it, and your subconscious can't tell the difference between what's real and not real. And now, like I said, now like I get engulfed in movies even more than before, and like I get lost in it. I don't know why. I don't know if it's my imagination coming back and just like shooting me into the movie. Um, but I'm understanding now that like even more like I don't even like if I don't know how to block the information coming in. Like, it's desensitizing me to this and to that and making things okay, and then that goes into my Rolodex of information, and then it can cloud my judgment. And yesterday I've been thinking about like what is causing confusion. Why are my thoughts confusing sometimes? And it's because of that. It's because of the information that I'm unconsciously taking in. It's in that information. So I remember like I loved pulling all nighters like in college. Like that was man, that was probably as miserable as it was. It was just that stress level. I loved it. The deadline. I loved it. Maybe I don't know, or just it was a test. It's like I got a paper due the next day. Like I gotta get it done. Like I would go to school, and like the way I had mine set up for like my last couple of semesters, I would go to school on Tuesdays and Thursdays for like 16, 17 hours a day or whatever, like depending on how the classes were. And so like I'd get up, go to school, I have to be there at 8, and like sleep through class, get some notes from some buddies, and then spend my whole day out there, and sleep in my truck off and on throughout the day. But I remember like one of my last classes, my senior year, I had a research paper for criminal justice, and my teacher was the dean. I never met them. I don't know if it was a girl or a guy. But all I had to do was just write a paper for the end of the semester. I think I had to have 50 sources and 25 pages or 30 pages. I don't remember, man. But I wrote it in one night, and man, it was fire. Like now, thinking about how I did it, and it was the stupidest thing I ever did. But I did it, and that's weird because like I actually watched the growth was crazy too in college. Like at Vol State, like I really didn't grow much. I did grow a little bit with my English ability and stuff, like writing. I got a lot better. I couldn't speak well, and somehow I still didn't really read well per se. Like I honestly don't know how I did it. Without being able to sound out words, I really do not understand how I did it. But then by my senior year, like I was pretty good at it, and I still have no idea how I did it. That's weird. That's really weird. But I did it all in one night, and but I got to a point like where I couldn't think at all. Like, I couldn't spell I. And I get like that now. Just even talking, like that's why sometimes I can't even say a word. Because I just can't. Like it's too much information that it blanks me. And I remember like it, like I was struggling like it, like how do you even spell it? Like again, I couldn't even stop, slow down, pick out letters out of the alphabet to spell it. It was very difficult the way my brain works sometimes. But yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know how I did it. I think I did it on gangs. But to make a long story short, I finished it that night, printed it, and left it at the dean's office that morning. Um, and then like whatever. And then a couple of days later, she emails me and she's like, "Cody, like this is a good paper. I'll give you a B if you want to correct it. If you want to proofread it, because evidently you didn't, I'll give you an A. And I was like, "No, I'm good." I was like, "I don't worry about it. I did that in one night. Like, come on, I got a B. Who cares?" I was just proud that I got it done. Um, but it was fun. Like I like to do. I don't know why I do that. I need to fix that habit. But then again, like I never saw the process in it. Plus, I guess I gained energy in that moment. Um, but it's a major problem. But I think it's weird now because like in my day to day now, like none of that really exists. Because my focus is different. It's not on like a material paper or production. Um, it's more of just like going with the flow, um, and just talking and just feeling my emotions and my ideals as they come up, throughout conversation. A lot of it's just feeling, man. It's so weird. Um, and now I'm noticing me, especially my paintings. It's kind of weird. Like if I have paintings in the truck, sometimes I just get feelings. Like this is for somebody else. Like and then when I meet them, like then that feeling comes and I just know. It's like I just know like that's for you. The decision's made. Like I gave a painting away last night, and like I don't even know. Like I had three of them there. All three were possible choices. But then I just knew. I just instantly knew, and I think I actually knew before. Um, but then something just kept bugging me, saying, yeah, you're right, you're right, you're right. Just do it. So I did it instantly. I just knew, and that was in a discussion. But like I said, I'm learning to trust myself, and I'm getting. This is helping me so much better with that initial confusion of me being born in the darkness and then being hoodwinked, and then through that first week of that cycle, um, where it really caused me to doubt myself because my initial feeling was one thing, and then the real world was the opposite. And so now I'm just trying to get better at following that intuition. Um, and it's weird now that I think about it. Like, I really only have a problem with intuition when I am dealing with people. I re- I really only second guess myself when I'm dealing with people. Like if it involves a job or how to do something, and I'm there by myself, like and which I'm always by myself, and like it's up to me to decide how to plumb this whole house. Like I don't even think about it, I just already know. Like this is how I'm routing my pipes. Like easy. Um, whatever. This is how I'm doing this. This is how I'm putting these cabinets up. This is how I'm doing this. This is, like it's so simple to me, because I'm confident in my brain and understanding that I don't need a process in that. I just know and I just do it. And so maybe it's good that I have that survival mode thing in that field, especially like cutting grass. Like that's mind numbing. Like anyone can cut grass, and that's a lot of what I do. It's like, man, anyone can do this. But then I watch people, and they'll come work with me, and I'm just like, wait a minute, like, are you serious, bro? Like, um, it's about shapes, man. Like, but I gotta kind of be. Not everyone's made like me, and they just have different trains of thoughts, and it's not right or wrong. It's just different. and maybe like in time I can become a better teacher. And some of the process over the last year, I started doing that just out of I thought that I knew so I feel bad now. I've had people work for me, and a lot of times, so I learned by watching people, and I used to not really ask questions. I would just watch you do it, and then boom, I got it. Um, but I was just a punk, and people would ask me questions, and I would just get frustrated. I'm like, come on, like really? And I guess I would get frustrated, and I'd be like, I remember I'd be like, just every time you come around me, like I'm gonna give you 3 questions. You can ask me 3 questions. That's it. So make sure your questions are good, because I can't. Um, I just got too agitated. I was just so angry, I guess, at life, that I was like, I can explain you 3 questions. And that was so just stupid and juvenile. And now it's just like I know that I need to be more patient with people, and so I've been trying to do that. Like, so it's so weird. Like like I've been trying to kind of step away, and it's so hard for me. Um, Especially when people ask for help now on how to do stuff. Like, I'll go there and I will literally just tell them how to do it, how I would do it, and then like almost die just not picking up a tool. Um, but I need to learn that. So I think in this stage of my life, I know what I got to do. I got to become a teacher and not a worker anymore. And that's a lot of it. Like I've always said, like if you're gonna be a project manager, like you need to wear a tool belt, 3 years, no matter what. Like you need to understand the processes. You need to understand like really how, like what steps you need to take to do it, and that's coming from someone who doesn't. Um, I've never wrote down processes of that stuff. Like I just do it. I know in my head. I'm in my imagination, I guess. But that way you can be, better serve your job, because you understand like it's gonna take me minimum 3 days to do a tile job. One day prep, next day lay it, and then the next day grout, like minimum. We we do it faster with different products that allow us to do it faster, but minimum, for most people that's what it needs to be. Um, so then you would budget it like that. You budget your time. Like I'll walk out a tree job or something and be like, boom, just guess based on previous experience, like how long it's gonna take me. Yeah, I'll cut everything in 30 minutes, but it's gonna take me 5 hours to clean it up. Or I'm gonna have 4 loads to the dump based on how much, I just guesstimate based on previous experiences. And I'm pretty close. But I've had, I'm older than I look, I guess. I've just worked. I've done so much. I just have so much information in there that I need to share it. And that's what's cool is like I'm meeting all these people, and I feel kind of bad because like I'll meet people and I'm like, dude, here's my number. Like at some point, these are my goals, and I want to build, communities. And I want us, I want to teach people skills. I want to make pennies. I want to make, but I want people to work and take ownership and ultimately be successful when I wasn't ever, But that was me. I blocked myself. I blocked my own success because I didn't think I was worthy of it. And now, now I just don't want to do it because it just makes zero sense to me. But I can see the purpose in me teaching people the skills, and even creating the business with my name, and allowing people to become successful like that. And then there's a purpose in that, because I'm giving people. I get to be a teacher. I get to learn. I get to grow now in this new stage of my life, and instead of being a worker, now I get to become, you know, someone who can help teach someone, which I ultimately never really had. A mentor, I guess. I never had a mentor. I think it'd be cool to have one. I know I have a huge trust problem. Well, I did. Plus, like, I don't even know who would mentor me. Like, I don't, because I do everything. I don't know. There's got to be some mentors out there that do everything. There's a couple on YouTube. I don't know. Maybe I should reach out to them at some point. But I mean, I guess I could just watch their stuff, and I have. But then again, it's like right now in this phase of my life, like I don't want to do the building yet, or create that stuff yet. I don't have time. But I know in the future I want to touch so much. Man, I'm gonna need. I'm gonna have to get better with delegating my time. So much better. And I know I will. I got to get past this little cycle right now. And this is the hardest. Like once I can get through the grunt of it, and I'm not spending all day trying to talk through everything, and I can get back to real life, I guess you would say, or the balance of it. Then I'll be okay. And I can start putting practical plans into place and stuff like that. Like it will all work out in the end. Plus, like I'm meeting people that I'm starting to I see that drive, like the drive that I don't have, they have it, and that helps me want to feed into them, because I've seen, because I used to have that drive, like I don't it just didn't show any good results. I guess man, I really don't know. I just didn't understand my worth. And so a lot of it, I guess, for me would be to treat them right and pay them their worth without, even if they don't know it. Um like even get, I've always said, like, if you got good workers, like, then you need to pay them. Honestly, you just need to, like, and I love doing this. And I've always I don't want to say all my tricks and stuff, but it's weird. A lot of times I'll ask, I'm like, what do you want to get paid? Like, what do you think? Like, what do you think you're worth today? I love to hear that. It makes me happy. Because ultimately, I'm not technically gauging what they say as far as the money goes. I'm gauging, and I've done this the whole time, even when I didn't understand my worth. I don't even know why I did it then. Maybe because I was trying to gauge my worth, and I wanted to see the reaction. I wanted to see their face. I wanted to see their thought process. I wanted to see which way their eyes went. I wanted to see if they looked me in the eyes when they said it. Yeah, like I love that stuff, because I can gauge a lot from it. Because evidently, I was looking for it in myself. To be honest with you, I guess that's what's weird. Is like, man, you don't know how big of a hypocrite you are. Until you start really looking at yourself and you're like, dude, you're a monster. You did a lot of things wrong, Cody. But that's fine, I don't know. Like I said, I try not to I'm not I mean really I didn't do it to people per se. Like it was mostly like I just had such a wrong mindset all the time. all the time, and it really stunted my growth. It really stunted it because you could have done a lot of stuff. Like you could have been what, but I had to do all that now. And it was good. It was actually really good for me because now it's brought me here, and then like I talked this morning, and I didn't realize any of this stuff, and then I wasn't gonna talk now. I was gonna go inside, but um, I needed this speech because I honestly didn't even think it was gonna go here. But it's kind of giving me an outline of what my future will hold, um, or can hold if I choose it. Um, because I just want to do so much, and not even I technically don't even want to do it. I really just want to bring people together. Um, like I want to bring psychologists together with other ones so they can, kind of maybe help me, and then maybe get with a bunch of other people from adoption and talk to them, people that's been adopted, and to see like what their perception of it was, and if what do they think that we could do better as a country, or as a world, really, how to better suit those kids. What can we put in place to help make it easier, make the transitions easier, make their lives easier. Um, how can because man I so when I started looking into my stuff, I started watching. Man, I watch so much stuff. Like every time I do something, I do it to the extreme. So I have hundreds of hours of listening to people that were adopted, right? And we all have the same issues. We all have abandonment issues. We all had a hard time being vulnerable with people, trusting people, staying in relationships with people, um, being intimate with people, um, and it's just all this stuff. And you know, you had both extremes too. Like some just weren't capable of it. Some went to the extreme, and that's where they found their worth. But they couldn't stay long term. But they would just have multiple, whatever, as many as possible. Um, I guess that's just whatever. So it's like we need to work with that. And I saw a number. Someone said it, almost like 70% of the people that are in rehab are like adopted or through foster care. I'm like, that's a super crazy number, and it's just showing you like how broken the system is. Like we're not feeling like we're not doing our part. Like something's happening here. Like it doesn't matter if you think the family loves you. Like that's 70% in rehab places. Like that's a lot, dude. Like we come out with addiction issues, mostly because you self-worth issues, like and everyone's just running from something that because they've never felt love. They've always felt different. Um, Maybe, and so the way I see it is like how I wasn't able to accept love, right? Which I could have been loved so much, I just didn't see it. I wasn't able to accept it, and so then, as a little kid, like I never felt safe and secure, and then you just grow up that way, and then you just never learn to trust, and you never are capable of surrendering to another human being ever again, and which causes problems, and then causes divorce and whatnot. And then you just keep that cycle living if you have kids and all that stuff. Like it's rough. So we definitely need to deal with adoption, and foster care, definitely, and orphanages. Like those, they don't have a chance. Like we got to deal with that because they're the future. Like, and we can't. And that's what's crazy. Is like, don't leave a child behind stuff in school. We had that when we were younger. But how many kids actually got left behind, dude? All of them, bro. They didn't care. The teachers did care, but like the way the tests work. They don't, they don't have enough resources. Plus, like, who knows how the kid's life home is, or home life. I do remember, like, it was weird. Semi embarrassing. It had nothing to do with my mom. Like, she works, whatever. But I remember, like, after football, like, me and another kid, off and on, we'd be there till whenever, whenever our mom could come pick us up. And it seems pitiful now when I look at it, but because I was probably embarrassed sometimes and just like, oh, this sucks. But this is it's regular life to us. And I felt bad because then like the coach would leave. He was like, well, where's your mom at? I'm like, well, I don't know, man. But this was like before cell phones too, I guess. And he's like, well, I'm gonna run home and I'll come back up here, and check on you and see, if you guys are here, I'll take you home. That's weird looking back at it, man. It's like that's just pitiful. But there was nothing she could like. It was nothing to do. You couldn't. I mean, it wasn't good or bad. It was just the situation that it was. And it's weird. I would like to see. I would just like to see other people's perspectives of it. To be honest with you, like now looking at it, like what did an adult look like? Like what did they think about the whole situation? Or I don't know. I want to stop that, man. Like it's weird because it confuses a kid, um, and they just can't understand, because the problems are bigger, right? They're not. We don't understand it because we're just little kids and we're just trying to have fun. We're trying to play football, um, but it's complicated. Like your mom has to work. She doesn't get off till this time. I don't know, man. It's not good or bad. It's just what it is. But it does leave an imprint on you. And maybe that causes you to question your self worth, right? Like if you're having to wait outside and it's dark before your mom gets there every single day, like that's weird. Um, it's got I wouldn't say it's weird, but it has to play a weird thing on your kid's mind over time. And then now growing up, I could see why people act the way they do, like based on weird scenarios like that, like me watching that. Like I know on the like, I mean I went to so many people's houses growing up. Like I got so much information on different family lives. Um, like my brain is just full of information, and it could all be wrong because it's all based on the way I perceived it. Um, and I didn't see everything, but it's just weird. You could just man, like one of the biggest things growing up was knowing that I'm a chameleon, right? And so I could just kind of fit in with anyone. Um, Great skill, amazing skill, but maybe dang, this is a gut check. Um, I'd hate to say it, but I guess maybe I was the fakest of them all. But uh, man, I don't like that. That that hurts a little. I never looked at it that way. Huh. But then again, I never had a hmm. I don't think I ever had a baseline, maybe, or my baseline was just me in a corner, being mad at the world, which is probably it. That was probably my baseline, Cody, and then I just adapted in every situation, um, to get whatever I needed, as far as like or whatever I thought, so I could be accepted in every situation that I went into, um, which probably makes sense. And then so when I would get back, I was an actor, and so like when I would go out into the world or go to these people's houses, I would act, but the acting was more real to me, because it felt good. Like I wasn't angry, because I was acting. I don't like this at all, dude. This is straight gut check. Huh. And then when I would get home, then I was just mad. And I couldn't act anymore. That's weird. And it's not that the chameleon stuff wasn't me. It was me. Um Man, and that's who. That's weird. The only thing I can say then, I'm trying to think if I do that now. Now I definitely, I definitely, um, did it a year ago or before the journey. Now I don't, I do it maybe a little, but I know once I started the journey of my self journey, like I changed as a human, like completely. Um, and maybe I have two versions, I guess. I have, man, that's weird. I don't, this is not what I wanted to talk about. This is weird. Super weird. I kind of hope my phone dies. Um, yeah, so lately, like, it's not different. I'm more of a linear human being now, even though, like, I am, hmm, I think when I'm with people, I'm slower, um, in my brain because I'm focusing on, what I need to do. I'm focusing on my intentions. I'm focusing on, controlling my energy. Um, I'm focusing on not letting, other people's emotions engulf me anymore. I'm doing really well with that. Um, I'm focusing on not, um, taking like taking their emotions to heart, or just taking them from them to make them feel better. Where used to I would just unconsciously like reflect their emotions and then put them on me and become empathetic. Like, um, maybe that was a way I could become, and maybe I do it now. Um, maybe I could be doing that now. But maybe my vibration is attracting like people, and so like since my vibration tends to be high, um, I'm um, and I've had to step away from people that had lower vibrations. I'm not, yeah, so I'm not putting myself in those situations anymore. Um, and then my intent is different, and I'm hoping for the best instead of like thinking about the worst. Um, hmm. Yeah, and I tend, like I said, the gratitude's helping me keep live my spirits high. And so, throughout the day, um, I'm pretty high, happy, and so that's carrying me through the day. And I know if I do my gratitude, I start my day off that way, and I only have to make it till night, till the next day, and and I can control my environment. I can pick and choose where I'm going and whatever, and so I guess I kind of do it now, but I'm not acting like this is me. But when I'm by myself, I'm more of a I get all that space back that I'm delegating to the other human being, where I'm listening to them when I'm with them, and I'm picking up cues. I'm reading them. I'm trying to be as vulnerable as possible. I'm trying to be as real and authentic as possible. Because I haven't changed. That's one crazy thing that I've noticed is like I'm always me. Really. Um, like I'm understanding that I've always really kind of been confident in me, in myself. And I think that's part of that chameleon thing. Like when you're growing up, like I wouldn't say it's false confidence, but I think what carried me is like my abilities to fix problems was my confidence. I just didn't have the worth. I didn't understand the worth part. I was definitely confident in my abilities, and I'm definitely confident when it comes to work. Like probably overconfident, obviously. I need to check myself with that stuff. And honestly, like yesterday, like I went somewhere, like uh, I got a set of tools I've been using forever. My blades and my chainsaw were dull, and like it just shattered me, knocked me down so many pegs. But that's like I said, my work life is destroyed right now. It's it's destroyed. But that, in the grand scheme of things, that doesn't matter, because it's never really going to be destroyed. I just got to get my head on. I got to deal with my brain first, and my body. Like that's important. That's the most important right now. Um, because the skill and stuff will always be there. Like I said, it just but my mental health is actually important. Which, like I said, I didn't believe in it before. Really, I just thought people were weak individuals, and ultimately, I'm the weak one. Um, I was just cheating the system, and not playing the whole game the way it was supposed to be played. Um, but yeah, but it's cool. But now I understand. But yeah, during the day, like when I'm with people, um, I think differently. Um, I'm controlling my thoughts better. I'm making it more linear. I'm slowing it down. Um, I do think a lot still, but it's not like when I'm by myself, like talking here, or when I'm in my room trying to create art. Well, when I create art, like I'm only thinking really about art, and music, or whatever. Yeah, like I get lost in that. Like it's weird that I could do that. Like that's one thought. Like in art, I'm focused only on really what I feel. Like I don't even think when I paint. I complete feel art. That's cool. But then when I'm doing other stuff, or I'm learning. It really, uh, it's almost like I'm using my both brains, like both sides of my brain separately at the same time. Like it's weird where I can like take so much information in um at one time, like so much information. I may not be able to understand it at the time, but I'm at least hearing it all at the same time. And then when I'm by myself, I think a lot. about everything, about so much, and it's cool. It's fun. I used um, I kind of wanted to be a lawyer at some point. I wanted to be, and I have so many dreams now because it's like everything is possible. And so now I just really need to, once I get past, maybe 1 or 2 more days, I can start reevaluating stuff and then get some stuff done. First of all, I got to get some stuff done and behind me, um, and breathe again. Um, um, then I can go from there. Because depending on which way the world goes, it's ultimately going to depend on what I do. Like I said, I want to build communities and stuff like that. Who knows? But if something happens and I don't know, maybe I could go back to law school. I mean, it's possible. I wouldn't mind being a judge. I don't like the aspect of like once I don't like once you're a judge, you're always a judge. I don't like that aspect. I've never liked it. It only leads to corruption. I think like ultimately it points to that. Like anything where like you're just grandfathered in. Not really. That doesn't really make any sense. But like anywhere where there's no checks and balances, like and like real checks and balances, not like the American government checks and balances, but like there needs to be real checks and balances. Um, then it's corruption. Like there's gonna be corruption. Like it's just the way it's just gonna happen. And I said, well, we need to rework the justice system. Um, proven innocent or innocent until proven guilty, which our system is not that. You're guilty until proven innocent, and then you're guilty for the rest of your life, no matter what. Your name is smeared. That's not cool. Um, Especially, I don't know. I don't watch the news anymore, so I don't know. But I like when they started doing whatever. Some stuff is crazy, bro. Like, people can just make up stories on you, and that's why I've lived my life the way that I have. Because I'm like, dude, you can do whatever you want. You can try whatever you want. You can smear my name however you want. Um, but I got some proof of who I am. Um, and that's why, like I said, when I do put this on the internet and it's on there forever, like it sucks. But I had to do it that way, and I'm who I am, and I've done what I've done in a certain way, ultimately for protection. Everything I've ever done has been for protection. Everything I've ever done. And it's not right or wrong. It is what it is. I made many, 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 many mistakes. And I'll probably make many more. I hope they're not anywhere close to what I've done. And I've not done like bad stuff per se, like, but I've always tried to, whatever. A lot of the mistakes are just mistakes that I've made on my own. Um, and it's pitiful, but I can't do anything about it and deal with it. When I re-listen to this one, I'm probably not gonna like it a lot. Well, I'm getting better. That's all you can ask for, I guess. Is well, once you understand what you're doing, and then you choose not to do it anymore, like you're more aware, then you can choose to be a new creation. It doesn't mean you're not gonna mess up or make mistakes. It just means you're more aware now. Like, and maybe you can stop yourself before you do something stupid. That's what I plan to do. Like I just, and I'm getting better. I really am. Like I'm thinking before I act. Um, I'm responding instead of reacting. Like, man, I've watched so much stuff. So like even like Jordan Peterson, like I love the way he talks. Like I probably need to watch him more and mimic the way that he talks because mimic the pauses. Especially with dealing with humans. I do it more here, but that's because I have a lot of information. But when I'm with people, it's I have less information to filter through, and so I speak fast. My ideals come faster, and I need to um, slow down and make sure that I'm saying the right thing. And I like Jordan Peterson. He'll pause. He'll think about everything multiple times, really quick, and then make sure that he's wording it the best possible way that he thinks it will be received. Um, he's a very brilliant man. I like him a lot. There's a lot of brilliant dudes. That's what I'm saying. I would just love. I mean, I guess that's what YouTube is so cool is because you can have as many mentors as you want. It's just you can delegate your time to that. That's cool. Like Ben Shapiro, he's I love the way he talks. Um, yeah, and it's the way he thinks is fire. Yeah, and it's so funny because I mean, what he does, like I mean, he just uses your argument against you, and but he has a sense of morals in there as well. Like he ultimately believes what he's saying, and he's done the time, and he's a very very smart dude. Um, I don't know. There's a lot of people. Um, there's a lot of people, man. That's what's so cool. That's why like podcasters are fire. Like for a while there, like I watched Joe Rogan every day. Um, just because his guests were like amazing. I mean, some guests I wouldn't watch. Um, but a lot of them I did, and it's so cool because his guests are so passionate about whatever they're talking about, and that's what's cool. Is like you can see the passion. They have their time in it. They lived it. Um, and it's just cool to see passionate people, and then to hear everyone's point of view. Like that's fire. Because like I said, it's like no point of view technically is wrong. It's their point of view. It has repercussions. You know, the story itself may not have technically repercussions because it's just stories. But I mean, the actions that they perform, or they're telling you about, yeah, those have real life repercussions. Um, and they had to deal with them. So yeah, I don't know. I would like to do podcasts. I would like to talk to. I like long form discussions. I love it. Um, and like I said, a lot of this right now is me doing the extreme. The extreme of me not talking for so many years. And then I guess what a brain dump. And then like I said, I'm gonna do this for maybe 1 or 2 more days. Um, and then I'm gonna reset back into um the old Cody. But not really. I'm gonna split the difference. I'm gonna try and control my talking. I'm gonna slow back down. Um, and kind of see where I need to go from there. Because I need to listen again. Um, so like my day to day, and my day to day is slower. Like I said, my day to day talking with people is slower. than this. So maybe my day to day is actually pretty good. But I do need to not get so excited when talking to people, and slow down, and it's almost like I need to make sure and surrender a little bit more than I have been, because I think I've been a little bit overconfident. Um, I need to dial it back a little bit, and listen more. So I just need to be aware of that, because I get excited because I'm proud. I'm proud of myself. And it's okay to be proud for a season, I guess, and then I need to uh, kind of roll back into not being so hyper. That's the only way I can um, describe it. Um, and let people talk again, which I don't think I'm like drowning people out, but maybe I am. But I'm kind of aware of it now. Now that I'm kind of like just picturing moments, I need to um, give up that lead again, um, surrender again, give up something like that control again, and just truly serve people. Um, 'Cause that's what I need to be, anyways. And now, and people are gonna tell you how they want to be, like what's the best way for each individual person if you allow them to talk. Like they're gonna tell you it. So I need to dial myself back and listen more, and then adapt to that. Um, to be best efficient in my purpose. And then especially if I'm gonna, if I want to do the life coach thing, which I do, um, I need to maybe talk to somebody about starting that and growing it, and maybe at least watch one session um, of someone and how they do it, and then kind of build a system based on some information, and go from there. I don't. I really don't know. I'm gonna wait till after in 2 more days, and whenever I'm done talking, um, I'm gonna reevaluate that. Because I can work on that at night, or a couple hours a day or something, and build a system for that. It won't take very long. Um, Implementing it's gonna be more than uh, creating a dream about it. That won't take very long. And I think I'm gonna start doing short talks that I'm probably not gonna post at all. Just for me, and I'm gonna try and whatever it is. Like, say I want to um, build my confidence, I may just do like a create a clip of me talking about something, like maybe a gratitude thing, and then or I'm worthy, or read off my tattoos or something, and tape it, and then just maybe stuff like that, and then listen to that, build a video clip for that, and then listen to that a couple, put it on repeat, or build so many minutes of that, and like listen to that multiple times a day. Maybe like if I want to like affirmation type stuff, maybe. Um, but I think the issue with affirmations is like the most efficient way to do it would be if you created affirmations for yourself instead of listening to affirmations that somebody else made. First of all, you don't know um, what's in it. Like if you listen to one on the internet, like you don't know, like you're surrendering and giving someone blind trust that while you're fixing to program yourself with, like, and it's so silent, like it's so like quiet, like you don't know what they put in there. And I've listened to them, and I'm trying to like pick up the different frequencies and the different sounds, like to hear. Like, are you trying to hoodwink me? Like, because I'm surrendering my time to this, and I can't even pick up the sounds. Like, I can hear mumbles. My subconscious knows what it is. Like, but you guys could have some weird stuff in there, and like, and I don't completely trust that. I do remember when I was little, back when you had cable and all that stuff, like long time ago. I used to see. I don't know how I could see it, because my older brother could never see them. But I could see flashes in the TV, and when they would flash it so quick, and the screen would say something, and then it would flash away like it never happened. They were programming us back then. That's why I'm kind of infatuated with programming. Um, um, because I remember seeing it on the TV, and it was so quick that, and then when I would say something, and I'm like, "Did you see that?" And my brother would be like, "No." That it would make me second guess what I just saw. And now looking back at it, and me, studying some CIA stuff and MK Ultra stuff, like that stuff is real. Um, in which literally the TV, it's literally, like you could push the button and it would say programming, and then it would have all the TV programming all day, like by the hour, like it. And then the way I read stuff, and I've always done this, how I broke it down like super simple, but like programming, like it literally tells you what they're doing to you in the scheme of things. You're choosing your programming. At 7 o'clock, we're gonna watch River Monsters, and then you're not gonna want to go swimming in the dirty water because you just spent 100 hours watching River Monsters. So you start having this irrational fear of something that that's not even in the water here. You know? So I know how it works. Because I'm not, because I lived it. And then the same thing, with whatever else. And we've watched them do it. I don't know why they would. The issue that I have sometimes is, and when I talk to people about it, or we're getting a deep conversation about it, is some people's point of view is like how it no, like they can't see that, which I can kind of see too. I see the perspective. It's kind of like ignorance is bliss, right? Like if you you can't believe that that they would want to do that, or that people actually do have bad intentions. And honestly, like I wish I could. I honestly wish I could believe that there's not people that have bad intentions. I really do, man. My life would be so easy. So easy if I could believe that way. That no one has bad intentions. And I'm kind of choosing to live that way, but I'm also like I'm controlling that now because I'm only putting myself in certain situations. And then like I said, if I'm starting to like not want to watch TV or movies, like I'm kind of like exiting myself away from all that stuff. But then again, like who knows? Like I mean, it's corporations that run everything, so they want you to drink Pepsi. That's why the Super Bowl, commercials are worth so much money. That's why they pay so much. It's because it's suggesting, they're programming you to get the next best thing, or you want to drink this drink, and you want to eat these chips, and you want to do this, and you want to get the next iPhone 13 that comes out in 12 months, but Well, are you going to show you a picture of the iPhone 14? You know, or whatever. I don't know. I don't like iPhone anything. I don't like Apple anything. But I'm a rebel. If everyone else has it, I don't want it. I'm just programmed that way. So maybe somebody programmed me to be just defiant. Ultimately, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. I think if anything, it's probably a little bit. It helps me stand out. I would say that at least. I don't know. I'm super weird. Super weird. Um, but then again, like I look back and I was like, I liked country music because all my friends like country music. I liked it though. And I do remember one time like I defended country music. I was at somebody's house and I was like, it was an ego check, and the parents was like, country music is just as bad as rap music. I was like, no, it's not. Nuh-uh. And then she explained it to me, and I was like, oh, well, maybe it's not as bad because they're not using profanity, but the stories are just as bad, talking about cheating on your wife or, you know, whatever, drinking beer all the time, whatever. So, I mean, yeah, so like, I remember, I don't even know how old I was, probably like fifth grade or sixth grade, I remember. Maybe seventh. So I'll probably seventh to eighth grade, maybe. And that's when that happened. And I was like, wow, I never thought of it that way. Because one was kind of the extreme, right? With profanities. And then the other one is just like no profanities, obviously, because it was country music. But the storytelling was implied just as bad stuff. Just one of them was more blunt about it, and then one was just a story. But yet they were still delivering the same thing, the same content. One just didn't have profanity. And I was like, man, that's a little gut check time. And I remember that now. Because it made me go, huh. I never, I, I was blinded. I had rose-colored glasses on. So it kind of made me think. But then again, whatever, I liked it. I liked country music more than I liked rap. I always have. Honestly, I don't really listen to rap much now. Um, I really don't. I'm just not really into it. I never really have. And I don't. Yeah, I mean, I listen to like dance music, kind of, sort of like electronic, maybe. I don't know, but like stuff like that. But then with words and stuff now. Well, for a span, I would listen to music with like no words, and even now, I listen to a lot of music with no words. I kind of need to look into that. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's better than songs with words because you're not hearing words to program you. You're just hearing vibrations. So, I don't know though, because I mean, whatever. I know we all know music and vibrations can change your frequency. So, whatever. I don't know. I do not know. I've been talking for an hour and 39 minutes. I didn't expect that to happen. Um, Tomorrow, I don't know what's going on. I need to spend a little bit of time. Um, I don't know. I need to work on my truck. Um, Check my rear end. I need to clean my truck out because it hurts my brain. It hurts my pride. Um, right now, the way it is. I just neglected it. And the thing is, like now, I didn't notice it before, but like this is part of me, right? So um, I just need to make sure not neglect me, and um, and I didn't realize that until just now, that this is part of me, like all of me, like this is a percentage of me. So I need to make sure and redelegate my time. Um, I need some time tomorrow to reset my this part of me, my work part of me. And mm, so I neglected that, and that's part of me. Is ultimately like I need to fix that. I need to take some time tomorrow and kind of slap my face and reality check it and delegate some time to this. Um, because I neglected Little Hoss. Now I'm neglecting another part of me. Man, I didn't. Huh. I'm good at abandoning people, I guess, bro. I think too fast, I guess, and that goes with the extremes. That's what I'm saying. That's why, like, I know I have to get better and become more aware of which that's what this process is for. It's for learning, understand and really learning my weaknesses, and really looking hard at myself and understanding each thing that I do. It's so weird because I don't understand um I don't understand so much with people. Um, I don't know. I think I just need to start asking, like, hey, like, what do you? I don't know. I don't know how to do it yet. I don't know what the question would be. Like, man, because I hate because I like to ask, um, I want to ask people's intentions, but at the same time, like, you can trigger them so hard with that. I may just start asking, like, what do dude, this will suck. This will suck very bad. But I think I need to start doing this. Like, what like how do you perceive me, and then what based on your perception, like what could I do better as a human, like out of whatever, just whatever you think, whatever on the top of your head, um, like because then that would kind of tell me, number one, it tell me what they see in me that's triggering them, which means that that's an issue for them, but ultimately it's an issue for me too. Because if I'm triggering it, then I'm actually having to do that act to trigger it, right? So then that's something that, well, maybe we could work on those things together. Um, hmm. But that's gonna suck. But I think over time, it's gonna allow me to not take things to heart and be so sensitive. So I think I'm going, yeah. I think I'm gonna try and start doing that. I need to think about it though first, and how to come up with the best delivery system of that, like the best way to word the best system, and then practice kind of like my delivery, and then I can tweak it depending on the situation of the person. But I think that I can come up with some kind of universal like, hey buddy, like what's up, man? How do you perceive me? And be truthful, trigger me. And then maybe like I would learn to love that, because it's ultimately a sign of yeah, it'll help me work on my sensitivity and not take things to heart, which I'm not. Um, hmm. Lately, yeah, I need to start doing that, because in that way I can see how other people are perceiving me, and then where I need to grow. Um, because right now everything that I'm doing is mostly my perception, right? And we know that goes. I'm wrong all the time. Um, I'm probably more wrong than I am right. I know that's probably the case. Plus, like, I think that will help every relationship. So, and I'll do it in a way where ultimately, like, unless they ask me what I perceive them as, I will not ask. I will not tell. Like, I'm not gonna say anything, because that's not just because I ask what how I think that ask them how they perceive me doesn't mean that they want to know how I perceive them. you know. And then if they do, I just need to be super aware of what I say, um, and kind of gauge it from there, because I'm playing the game of, man, and it's gonna suck, but I think I have to do it, um, because you need people to be critical of you, right? In order for you to grow, but you need because you need to know what you're doing wrong based on other people's perception. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be kind of crappy at first. I'm gonna have to let I'm gonna have to take emotion out of it and look at it as just like information to build from, and not make it personal. Um, but yeah, I'll probably ask a few people tomorrow about it. Oh, but it's gonna suck and hurt bad. I'm gonna have to gear myself up for it. Hmm. But I think ultimately, in the long run, it will be worth it. Um, that may actually be the most difficult thing I'll ever do at first, because it's gonna be nothing but like a pride shattering question, knock me off my peg question. But that's good. Um, that will be overall, that will be good for me. Man, it's gonna suck though. So how do you perceive me, or what do you perceive that I could do better, or what yeah, maybe that, or yeah, maybe that's something like that. I'm not gonna say like what triggers you, like what could I do better? Like or how do you perceive me? Like, is there something that I could work on? Um, like if you could criticize one thing of me, like what would it be? Um, yeah, and that's cool. I need to do that. I need to start doing that. Um, it's not gonna be cool though. And then, but I need to gear myself up for it. And understand that it's me asking a question, and then I have to be man enough to take that answer. And I have to be humble enough to take that answer, and and really want to change whatever it is, so I can be a better human. Um, Man, that's gonna suck, bro. Hmm. I'm gonna have to think on that tonight, because I'm gonna have to really separate it, because um, I'm a tender-hearted little fellow, and I just have to figure out a way to guard my heart, and not take it to heart. But that would be good exercise for me to do. Um, I may just get a book, um, and a pen, like a journal, and then I just may what I may do is just just ask them, say, hey, like every week, just get people to write what they think about me in the book, or what I could work on, and then not look at it until like the end of the week when I'm by myself, um, and then just tell them that they can, just write it randomly, like on these 3 pages anywhere, and then they can just pick and choose, and then that way I don't know whose it is, and I don't get like any, I don't subconsciously like react to, anything like that, or I can just give them a piece of paper, and then let them write on it, and then I just keep me like a little plastic bag, and then I just crumble them all up and put them in the bag, and then at the end of the week, I just do it to a lot of people, and then I just at the end of the week I can just pull them out of the bag, and they're and just read them, and then not like try and match handwriting and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know I don't know who wrote what, and that way I can kind of whatever, and then it'll be like more of an anonymous thing, and then that way they may form they may feel more comfortable doing it, um, and then that would help me just figure out ways to become better. Like, what do I need to work on, and then I can kind of separate that personal tie, um, because if I'm gonna ask those questions, man, that sucks. Like, I need to make freaking sure that I'm not kind of accredit any like crap to that, tying anything to that, because that's gonna be hard. That's gonna be critical. Um, but I mean, constructive criticism. We need it. What up, police buddy? Um, and then that will help me in the long run. That will help me do business. That will help me everywhere, especially in a relationship later in the future. And especially if, like, I think honesty is key, right? And I'm gonna have to be able to accept my partner's criticism, and keep emotions out of it, knowing that what people are saying is because they love me, and I asked, and so I don't tie any crap to it. You know what I'm saying? Because my intent is to just become a better me, but I need to see other people's perspectives, and I need to see what I need to work on, and the only way I can do that is by asking them. And then, like, I mean, it doesn't mean I have to change those things. I just need to see their perception, and then I can choose if I think it's like this. Well, I'm like, oh crap! Now I'm the master chameleon, and I was acting, and I didn't even know it, and I was the fake one. But I don't think I was a fake one. Those were all part of me. Um, but one perception would be that you were just fake. But I wasn't. I didn't even know who I was. I didn't. I was just trying to survive, and I guess that's just me justifying it. But now that I look at it, all those abilities that I have is me. And then you look at now. So now then I look back at everyone, and like if I'm saying that people were fake, they weren't fake. They were. No one's ever fake. That's part of them. And then now you can look at everyone with more compassion because they were doing the same thing you were doing. They were just trying to survive, and it's not being fake or not fake. It's part of them. It's real. It's just what they're doing to survive. Because everyone wants to feel loved, ultimately. And so they're doing the best they can to try and feel love. And this is a game. And we're all actors in our own movies. And we're all different actors depending on like the scenarios and what script's being played at that time. It's not good or bad or right or wrong. It just is what it is. And then you can have compassion for more people because, at least me, so now like when I look at waitresses and whatever, and like now I'm going, well, that girl who was, I thought she was being fake. That was my perception, and I'm just now it's just she was just doing what she had to do, her job, like, or just that was her personality as a person. She really wanted to know. Or maybe she's playing the game, and this is her way of dealing with her stuff. So she's super happy and friendly, and maybe she really does want to know, and she's really just genuinely nice. Instead, a long time ago, I used to think that it was just a game. Well, but I mean, it's just bigger than that, and it's not right or wrong, and I just needed to be friendly instead of a punk. And ultimately, I was just projecting my insecurities on her. And I was in the wrong. And this stuff is embarrassing, bro. It's so embarrassing. Yeah. Can't take it back now. Can't take it back now. Uh. Only, that's fine, whatever. This would be good to let my kids hear it. When they get old enough. I'd be proud of that. That'd be cool. If I do my job right. Raise them right, and then, like, hey man, this was me when I was, you know, broken. Not broken, just whatever. Trying to figure it out, trying to change, trying to be the best human being I could be. This is what I had to go through. That's weird. But that'd be cool, man. Yeah, I'll be excited to raise my kids right, hopefully, and do the best that I could possibly do, and then allow them, as they get older, to hear this. That'd be cool. Um, it'd be cool because then, I think I could, like, And it'll be good for me. Um, just to remember how much time I dedicated for them. And my future wife as well. Like, that's awesome. Like, this is not just for me, really. This is so I can be enough. I mean, I'm already enough, but I want to be the best me for her and for my kids and whatever else I touch in the future. Whether it's helping adoption or whatever, anything, anything I can help change to just make this world a better place. Because that's what this is for right now. This is me taking the time to just be a better human being, man. And it sucks, really. I'm really embarrassed. And I don't necessarily even understand the consequences of this yet. Um, I really don't. Um, I do. I understand the consequences of it. I guess the consequences, though, are gonna last forever. I don't. I don't. Um, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But I don't know, man. But I had to make the consequences real. I had to make it as real and as threatening as possible and as risky as possible, um, in order for me to really implement change. Um, I mean, this is like me burning bridges and deja vu. This is really me burning bridges. Um, Dude, this is embarrassing. But I mean, whatever. Whatever. If you want max potential, you gotta do max potential things. You know, I guess. If you want your power level over 9,000, you gotta do things to get to your power level to over 9,000. You gotta risk a lot of things. Um, you want to change stuff. It's crazy. Super crazy. I don't know. I'm not even really. I guess I don't understand the gravitation or the gravity of what's going on right now, really. Um, I really don't. Like I hear a faint, like this is a mistake. But that's only like a point, 0.03% of that is saying that. The rest of me is like, this is the way it had to be. Um, if pride and ego is the ultimately the worst thing in the world, right? I would assume you know what that gets you. At least for me, like if it causes the most harm, if it clouds you the most, then you need to make sure and shatter it as often and as much as possible, I guess. And if you're receptive to it, we know we're super good at self-degrading ourselves, and this is kind of weird. I'm not like degrading myself, but I am definitely doing some weird stuff. Like I'm not doing it to myself per se. I'm just realizing what's already been done, and it's embarrassing. And now I'm making it real again, so I can make sure to never do it again. And that's cool, I guess. It's worth it. It's worth it. And I guess on that note, I'm going to bed, dude. I'm tired. And I may go cry. Because I'm pretty embarrassed right now. I'm super embarrassed. I don't think embarrassed is the word. I think shame and guilt is man, this may be the first time that shame and guilt has been used right in my life. Um, hmm. I'm like in a scenario that was warranted, where the things that I did was in my control, instead of people shaming, guilting you for things that were out of your control. With this, yeah. So this would be See, and that gets to the point where like man, this world's so perverted. What's up is down, and what's down is up. Well, like implemented right, shame and guilt is good. To stop an action from happening over and over again. If it was a mistake or something happened or a bad choice, then shame and guilt is good, right? Because then it will stop you from continuously doing that act for eternity. But if some stuff is just like it leaves you frozen in time, and you know what happened. Like if you're just living on shame and guilt of something, then that's bad because then you can never grow. But if used right, shame and guilt is for just a quick little boom boom, you know, and then so you change, so you make sure it never happens again, so you don't have to feel the shame and guilt. So that's what I'm saying. Like these emotions are crazy because we were never taught this stuff. Well, I wasn't. So when implemented right and not perverted, shame and guilt is fine. And like even like fear, to keep you alive in situations. But if you're afraid of everything for no reason, and it's you're in that emotion for a long period of time. So ultimately, its emotions are good in spurts because they're warning systems um, for you to look at that problem. but they're not made to be dwelt in for weeks, days and weeks and then years. They're made to correct something. You need to correct this, and then it's gone. So that's where that compassion comes from. I did this. I feel shame and guilt. Um, Never let it happen again. Put things into place to change that, and then forgive yourself for making a mistake. And now you learned your lesson, and you know it's connected to that shame and guilt. And so if you was to do it again, instant shame and guilt again. But which means like don't be doing that action again and again and again and again and again. But it's ultimately up to you. And we shouldn't be like shame and guilting you. Like you should be your own shame and guilter. If that makes any sense. I guess I'm just gonna go shame and guilt myself to sleep because I'm tired, super tired. Oh, and that's a cool way to end it because I thought shame and guilt was bad, but used wrong and used to control people, it is bad. But implemented the right way, the way it was made to be, which would be a short amount of time, so you could correct that problem. That's good. It's right. It's just. It's 11:11, so I'm going to sleep. Peace.